Shalom, 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 my beautiful people. How are you doing? I hope you're doing wonderful. I took some days off, took me a vacation, and wow, during that time, man, it's like the whole world set ablaze here, with the situation with our two great brothers, Kanye and Kyrie. Yay. Whew. When it first broke, Kanye, he said he was going DEFCON 3. I was like, wow, now that's interesting. Being that Kanye is the type brother that he is, and having very successful business dealing with those people, then he know the inside detail, the inside working. He know who they are, their names, addresses, positions, the whole 9 yards. And what I wanted to share is my spiritual observation of the situation. Now it's so much dialogue has been taking place, so many comments, it's whew. I don't need to go and repeat the same things that's being said. So I want to look at it from a different angle. I want to approach it from a spiritual perspective. When Kanye sent that tweet out, I'm going DEFCON 3. What that was spiritually was like striking a match. You got a little box of matches. And for those that know matches, the little matchstick, real small, just a little bitty piece of wood. And you take one out, close the box, strike it on the side, boom, and it's fire. Real small, but it's fire. And it only burns for a few seconds, then you got to drop the match or it'll burn your finger. But nevertheless, it's fire. Now with that little bitty match, you can set something else ablaze. And depending on what that something else, say for instance, you in a room, in a building, you can in fact take that little match and set something afire in the building. Like you may have curtains, you may have furniture, you may have paper. And so you take that little match and say you set some paper ablaze, drop it on the carpet began to burn. The curtains, the furniture. Now the whole room's on fire. And if it's a house or a building, then the fire spread and eventually burn the whole building down. Well, that one little comment, I'm going DEFCON 3, spiritually started an incredible fire that now is causing a burning desire in black people to know who they are. And no matter what they do, it will never again, throughout all eternity, be able to capture and imprison our minds again due to the lack of knowledge. This has taught us and is teaching us an incredible lesson. And so what is happening is the spiritual awakening of that incredible, powerful lion tribe of brothers and sisters. And this is a whole spiritual awakening from the lack of knowledge. And I always said to my children, learn everything you can in school, because dumb people don't run nothing. When you're dumb and ignorant, anybody could tell you anything. And you have nothing to, oppose it because you don't know. So I drove that into my children, and today they're adults sharp as a whip. And for hundreds of years, we haven't known who we are as a people. Something my sister said when we was young, and in this statement, it sent me ablaze. My sister literally opened her mouth when we was young teenagers. She said, we were better off when we were slaves. Woo-wee, man, did I go in on her. The nerve of you to say something like that. What do you mean? We was better off when we were slaves. Do you know what they did to us? And see, I was looking at it just from, the horror of all the terrible things that they did to us. But she was looking at it from a higher position of knowledge. Years later, I found out what she meant was, as slaves, we knew our land, language, and culture, our identity, where we were from, our names, everything. We knew who we were. And 400 years of captivity stripped all of that from us. Now we all over the place. We over here, we there. You understand? We believe in anything pop up. Black folks is in it. And we still spiritual now. Whatever we get in, we going to be top spirit. But no spiritual understanding of who we are. And because of that lack of knowledge of self, there was those that took full advantage of it. Yes, they did. But now, by God, those days are over. Because that brother struck that match. He said, I'm going DEFCON 3. And that has started the spiritual fire of desire in black people to know who they are, their land, their language, their culture again. And it's absolutely nothing that nobody can do, because this is not man-made. This is all spirit, because it had to happen. It could not continue to go this way. Those leeches sucking the life out of us as a people and benefiting themselves. Now all of a sudden I'm hearing all these other folks come out talking about, yeah, black folks, real Hebrews, yeah, da-da-da-da, all this guy and that guy and all these people, But you have to be wise now. You have to be wise. You got to be spiritually sharp. And don't let them lull you back into sleep by standing up, telling the things that they know you want to hear. And you say, oh, he's such a great guy. Oh, thank you for telling the truth. You can be real gullible and so thankful when he pats you on your head and says, oh, we brothers. Why all of a sudden we brothers right now? Don't be stupid now. I mean, if what they're saying now about us, why you didn't say it last year or the year before or years before? You saying you want to be brothers and you want us to be together and you don't, this situation to divide us. Well, why we ain't been able to get together before? Because history have shown us you ain't really been interested in us being with you. So now all of a sudden you want to play nice. No. Ain't no more sleeping and going back in the box. That's over with. That proud lion of the tribe of Judah done raised his head, and ain't diddly squat can be done about it, because this is a spiritual awakening of the house of Israel. And all of this knowledge and truth is being proliferated around the world at the speed of thought. And everything the brother said is absolutely true. And every single move they make reveals exactly that. That brother was telling the truth. And ain't nothing they could do, nothing they could say, nowhere they could go. Can't hide no more. Because when that light of truth shine on you, woo! When that great power of the Spirit of the Creator move, it don't make no difference who you are. Can't do nothing about this. That's the way it is. That is the way it is. And so spiritually, this is a great season. You know, several weeks ago, I think I really kind of began to slide into a state of depression, looking at the state and condition that my people are, especially in the West in America, the degradation and the things that my people are doing. Man, I think I moved into depression because I was saying to myself, my God, how can we turn this around? Look at what my people are doing. I mean, my beautiful sisters walking around with green hair, blue hair, red hair, orange hair, purple hair, multicolored hair. They getting breast job, tummy job, nip tuck, hip tuck. You know, I didn't know what BBL stood for a long time. Then I found it out, Brazilian butt lift. So all these things they're doing to their bodies, for what? Why? I've never heard the brothers say that we want the sisters to go out and get all these things done to their bodies. So what the brother was sharing was that no, they doing that competing against themselves. But I'm like, why? Why they feel they need to do that? Then here come my brother strolling with their pants hanging off their behind, holding them up, not from the side, but from the crouch. Ain't working, not trying to be responsible, not trying to be men, just kind of like squirrels looking for a nut. If she get pregnant, tough titty. Oh, well, that ain't why I was there. You know. Woo! And then all this arguing amongst each other. You know, sisters hollering at the brothers hollering at the sisters single and frustrated, the brothers, you know, single and frustrated, and nobody getting together. But you know what? Now check this out. This here whole reinstitution, rekindling, relearning, gaining the knowledge of who we are is going to fix all of that. Yeah. Spiritually, it's going to fix all of that. Why? Because as we learn these different tribes that we're from, right? Okay, the 12 tribes, those 12 sons that Jacob had, right? Son of Isaac, son of Abraham, father Abraham, right? So the 12 sons, they made up the house of Israel. And you know, it's just like today, you know how we cool, we be like, yo, what's up, blood? You know, what's up, partner? What's up, dog? You know, we gonna stop saying that too. All these derogative things that we've been running, it's gonna go away because the pride, the dignity, the self-respect, the high self-esteem, the confidence, holding your head high is all that's gonna come back when you begin to learn that you are in fact that lineage of the great creator of the heavens and earth. That knowledge that had been taken away from us and kept from us, and then you taught, hey, you come here on the bottom of a boat. And you teach that to the child, and what kind of self-esteem, you know what I'm saying, self-pride, that, you know, you teach your children, you teach our children that, you know, you came on the bottom of a boat, but you teach their children, oh, Columbus was a great explorer. He discovered America, this great country. So you see the difference in the childhood, that type of education. And so you condition the children, then bam, then you go with the white Jesus. And so psychologically, what does that do? You have that white Jesus picture up on the wall, and you say he the Savior, and you praying to him. And I remember when I was coming up in Atlanta, all the pictures of Jesus in everybody's house was the highest hanging picture in the house, the white Jesus, right? And so what that does, without saying a word, it psychologically, subliminally calls you to think that white people were in fact related to Jesus and they was one and the same. And that's why for years, you haven't seen black people being able to come together and make a strong pushback against what these people was doing to us. Because subconsciously, subliminally, you have been hypnotized to believe that them white folks and Jesus were one and the same. I'm talking spiritual now. I'm talking psychological. I'm talking the energy that we've been dealing with, that our energy was misdirected and misguided and rearranged and given back to us to where we don't even like ourselves. That's over with now. And so as this truth come to us about who we are, those sisters that's been doing these things, over-sexualizing their bodies and walk around looking all, heavy makeup and fake eyelashes and fake hair and fake fingernail and boob job and butt job and out here slithering and sliding up down a pole. You can't do that in the house of Israel. Now you're going to be that close to the Creator and you say you following the laws and instructions of the Creator, then the laws and instructions of the Creator don't allow you to slide up and down the pole and shaking your big behind and, over-sexualizing yourself. You have to carry yourself as if you came or you're a member of the house of the God of Israel. And see, that's why it's going to change because, this fire of desire to know yourself now that you can is going to bring a lot of our people out of that stupor. And, you don't want to be outside the class of learning, still out there doing that, and everybody over here. So the whole spiritual tsunami is going to sweep up a lot of our people into truth, into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. How to say understanding. We've been understanding for quite some time. We need to understand this situation. And so it's going to cause our people to get swept up into that, spiritual understanding of the wisdom and knowledge of self. And that's going to rekindle our spirit of self-pride. And then when you see the brothers and sisters, instead of saying, "What's up, dog?" you can really say, "What's happening, king? What's happening, queen?" And not only are we saying that, we're manifested in our actions. You understand? Because now you know who you are. I've been listening to the brother Ron Dalton, and I got the book, and I've been studying. I was anointed a Hebrew priest way back in 2003. And I have to admit, after 7 years of studying, man, this brother, it is absolutely incredible, the research and the work and the energy and the effort that he's put into the research and determining who we are. It is undeniable. And for anyone to try to suppress that information, it only shows you that they not trying to prove that he's lying. They only prove that they're afraid of what he might say. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. Not that he's lying, not that this information is not the truth. They're afraid of what it may do for you is to bring you from under that stupor so that they can't take advantage of you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because when we are running around and, not loving ourselves and saying any old kind of wacky stuff about each other and making these songs and doing all this stuff, somebody making money off that. They making big money off that. And all these wacky contracts. And that's all you be hearing. Hollywood is demons and devils. I mean, At some point, you're supposed to say, man, as many people that have been in Hollywood working intricately out there come out talking about how evil and corrupt it is. Somewhere along the line, you're supposed to say, look like that's true, because one behind the other. And when they say it, you don't hear from them no more. They go get a job and keep it moving. So something is happening. You understand? But now, with this incredible learning, is going to bring our people up out of the dust and ignorance of self. And that is what they have tried to keep away from us for so long. Everybody else can know their land, language, and culture. Everybody. But us? No. So I'm real excited about this, because this information is moving around at the speed of thought. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, we still, you know, it's just the beginning. And, you know, I know those Hebrew brothers and sisters, they be out there teaching and talking, and people been shooting by them and not really paying attention. Here and there, you know, you hear some people go back and forth with them, and they've been looking like some knuckleheads, and some of them, you know, be real radical. And so, you know, they take that and use it against them and make them look like, you know, some radicals, some nitwit. But what's happening now, and brother that, you know, friend of mine over there, he said, man, he said these classes so packed, we don't even have chairs in the building for people to sit in. Standing room only. Because now people are like, wait, hold up. Okay, now, what was you saying, my brother? You know what I'm saying? They paying attention. And then with this information Ron Dalton is putting out about how he did research to determine who's who. And I listened to this brother, man, and he just running this stuff down. And you can tell he know what he's talking about, because he's mentioning some tribes and people I ain't never heard of. Like he was looking into the Zulu tribe, the Nguni people, and he talked about the Y-DNA, E1B1A, and the E2B1A majority. What? Wow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, good googly boo. So interesting. Undeniable, irrefutable. You can't say nothing about that. You can't say that's a lie. This brother done went into the DNA and broke it down, because, you know, he's in the medical field. I think he say he do surgery or something. This brother is sharp now. I mean, incredible, you know. And so that's my excitement now, because information that we ain't even thought of is just moving across the face of the earth at the speed of thought. And it's concerning us and showing us who we are and bringing back that self-pride and self-love of each other. All of those things that they've said over the years about us and made us feel bad about ourselves, our big nose and thick lips, and always talking bad about us, you know, eating watermelon and all that, that's over with now. And then, you know what? When they used to talk about us eating watermelons, you know, Negroes always watermelon. Come to find out, watermelon is one of the number one natural aphrodisiac. You know, help you with your private, you know, your sex drive. Like, it's something in the watermelon that help real good with your sex organ. You follow what I'm saying? And so anyway, hey, hold your head up. This is our time. This is our day. And it's time, because this world can't continue on the way it is. The planet can't continue on the way it is, because the planet itself is suffering under this barbaric rulership. You know, what I mean is that the barbaric rulership is that barbaric consciousness that has been ruling this world. You know what I'm saying? And the world itself is suffering. And you look up, everything they doing has a detrimental negative effect upon the creation. The people, the land, the air, everything. And they are always constantly thinking about stuff, and the stuff they constantly thinking about is always detrimental to human and animal and the planet. And so now, I said some time ago that what we are seeing, the way we living, the cities, the traffic, the machines, the cars, you know, this planet is noisy. I mean, have you ever listened? It's just noisy. In the cities, there's noise. You know, it's just like a barbarian. And that's what this planet is suffering under. And then, you know, as I thought and meditated on, I said, you know what? I'm looking at all this turmoil and all this uneasiness and unrest, and everything they do causes people to stress out. They increase in price and leaving your salaries the same. And at the same time, they increasing the price. They trying to figure out how to take more out of your pocket. And just the news that they spreading around, it causes people to be stressed out and concerned about, you know, the roof over their head, the food in their stomach, the clothes on their back. It's like they ain't letting you just be at peace. Just evil. Screwing with the people. You know what I'm saying? Then they get together and they talking and just saying all kind of stuff. And you look at this doggone World Economic Forum. Now, you're supposed to be invited and you're supposed to be an elected government official, like presidents of countries, prime ministers and things, but elected by the people to represent the country. Klaus Schwab is not an elected government official. Bill Gates is not an elected government official. You know what I'm saying? So what are they doing sitting up there talking about what the world should be? While they got us out running around, you know, chasing our tail, they figuring and up to how to make the world a worse place, not a better place, not a better place. It don't never get better under their rulership, you know. And they come and be lying, talking about voting, and as you notice, they don't talk about real things that actually concern the people. They tell you some stuff that they feel gonna stimulate you. But in the end, it don't never get better for the people. And so this is why I said we are living at the end of the barbaric intellectual ability to rule this planet. We've come to his intellectual ability to rule. And how do I say that? You see, the barbarian, he can rule when everybody else is not as smart as he is. You understand? It's easy to govern and rule a person that is not as smart as you. They call that ignorant. And you know, I don't want to say you ignorant because I don't want you to think I'm being offensive, but the word ignorant is just simply mean you don't know. So it's easy to rule over somebody that know less than you do. Okay? So the barbarian has had this whole world under his stupor, ruling over the masses because he had the masses dumbed down. But now, with this new burning desire to know who we are, it's not only going to help fix us and get us back on point, there are going to be other people that learn from this. You know, like I told you, I've been on vacation and I was watching everything and reading a lot of comments. One comment stuck out in my mind that I felt was real profound. You know, this thing is we dealing with is a black thing. It's our people thing. Kanye West making that statement, I'm going DEFCON 3 was the match that struck and started the fire of the desire of our people to know who they are. And just so happened this brother had wrote this book and did extensive research. Just like when he was talking about the Zulu tribe, you know, I listened to the brother, you know, one of the pastors of a church sat down and talked with him. And, man, the brother, you know, whew, I think he said he was a surgeon, but he's working in the medical field. And I listened to him explain how he got even started on this path. And then he talked about how he used 11 different methods to verify his information concerning, you know, who we are as a people. One thing he said, talked about the Zulu tribe or the Nguni tribe people. He said that he was able to go to the DNA, the Y DNA, E1B1A, and E2B1A majority. What? How you gonna sit up and refute that? Man, I ain't never heard nothing like that. But it's good because people are studying and studying and studying, and this is beautiful. Man, this is so sweet. I'm just excited. I am. I'm just excited. I am. You know, I done got my spirit back again. You know, greetings. Golden Gold, and HA's greeting. Yeah, I done got my spirit back again because this is a beautiful, beautiful season for us as a people. You make sure you study, that no one never, ever can take the knowledge from you. Just like the elders used to tell us. She said, baby, you learn them books because once you get it, can't nobody take it from you. Yes, we've been on a stupor of ignorance. We ain't know. We was dumb and stupid. My sister was right. We were better off when we were slaves. But she was talking about we knew who we were as a people. She said, look at us now. We all over the place. We don't know what we doing everything. But now we are again learning our land, language, and culture because when they snatched us and threw our ancestors on the bottom of them boats, they were not slaves on the bottom of them boat. They were indigenous, beautiful African brothers and sisters that was doctors, that was mathematicians, astrologers, builders, engineers, thinkers, you know, stuffed on the bottom of that boat and then brought into that land of our captivity and forced into being slaves. But we knew our land, language, and culture, but for hundreds of years, they stripped that from us. And we're getting it back now. And never again would there be a time that anyone would come and take advantage of us because we are ignorant of who we are as a people. And so that's my observation of what's taking place. Kanye West, in making that statement, I'm going DEFCON 3, actually struck a match that started the fire of desire in our people's mind to know who they are. Kyrie did nothing wrong, just pointed people to the information. And now Kanye had spoke as to who these people are. And the first thing, you know, they're going to deny everything. But then when they wrote that request to have Barnes and Noble and Amazon to stop showing it, they listed 200 names, the companies in their position. All of them was either the founder of the company or corporation, the CEO, CFO. They were high-ranking executive. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, they just really exposed themselves. So it's nothing you really can say. You understand? But nevertheless, it's a beautiful time. And keep studying. Those Hebrew brothers and sisters that's teaching, they know what they're talking about. But, you know, I myself became a Hebrew priest in 2003. I studied, but then, you know, as I'm looking at all of this, it dawned on me that all of my knowledge of who we are, what's actually come from the Bible. Okay, and so here in Israel, I studied everything in Hebrew too, and the English Bible, the Quran, then even their writings the Talmud, the Mishnah. So we covered all of that, right? But when I'm beginning to study the Hebrew to Negro documentation, I got the information, and I suggest you go into the brother's website because he has tremendous amount of information over there, even beyond just the book that he wrote. So, as a Hebrew priest, we focus on the scriptures and understanding the scriptures, and dissecting and decoding and all of that. But what he's done, he has gone beyond the scriptures into other methods. He's traveled, and because he's in the medical field, he was able to go in and use different methods to verify and vindicate what he's saying. And you can't deny that. You can't refute it. No one could come and just say. See, if they have been just saying something, when somebody tell you something, okay, Beseda. Okay, excuse me, Beseda means okay in Hebrew. But if someone tell you something and you don't have any knowledge of what they're saying, then you're kind of like in a position where you got to go with it. So for a long time, they have been saying things, and people just been going with it because that's what they've been saying. But now all that is changing because you got to bring your proof. That's where it's at. Prove it. Okay, this is what you're saying. You say you this, prove it. That's all. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Because if it's real, it's real. But if it ain't, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So no more just saying dust, and dove. You can say it, but you have to prove it. You have to be able to prove it now. And so what this brother is doing, he put together incredible information that proves what he's saying. And again, my spirit is rekindled because I'm telling you, man, I was looking at my people and I was saying to myself, my God, what, oof. And I was beginning to hurt, man. I think I was slipping into a little depression. I took those days off vacation, and I come back, the world is ablaze. But listen, I want you to notice something too. I'm hearing everything about Kyrie Irving. But it was Kanye West, that made the statement that set all this on fire. You notice they're not saying much about him? You know what I'm saying? Because why? Kanye, he know who they are. He's strong because he know the truth. And one thing that brother said that sent all them running, just like Raid on roaches. Raid back in the day used to be the roach spray. When you spray Raid on roaches, they all get to flying. That brother stood up there in front of all them folks and said, I am not afraid anymore. Woo! Shit, when I heard him say that, I said, man, it's on like Donkey Kong. And he said, I'm telling it. He said, don't tell me no secrets. I'm telling it all. I'm like, wow. See, you got to think. When he said slavery was a choice, a lot of people got in their feelings. Just like when my sister told me we were better off when we were slaves, I got in my feeling. I mean, I hit the ceiling. How you going to say that? We were better off in slaves. But a long time later, I realized what she meant was we knew our land, language, and culture. We knew who we were as a people. When the brother said slavery was a choice, because I had that experience with my sister, I thought about what the brother said. And when you consider that, I'll give you a scenario to explain what I'm saying. On a plantation, you got 200 slaves. And they all, strong and powerful because, they working in the field. let's say 10 of the 200 was actually working in the house. So you had 190 brothers and sisters out there in the field. So they were strong, and then the other 10 was in the house. But together on that plantation, you had 200 of the most powerful brothers and sisters. One slave owner, I refuse to call them slave master, because you remember in the scriptures, when they rewrote the Bible and started teaching it to the slave, it says, what? Honor thy master. And then they called themselves slave masters. So I say the slave owner. One slave owner, one ugly wife, and 2 ragged-ass children govern 200 of the most powerful brothers and sisters you see. How could they do that? Even in the movie Django, when Candy was explaining to them at the table that the brother cut his father's beard with the switchblade for, what did he say, 30 years? And he said not one time did he ever think to cut his father's throat and get his freedom. Why? You see, this is what I think about it. I tend to try to stay away from being emotional and look at things, on a spiritual level. The way he was able to govern those 200 slaves was through one little simple word: fear. Fear. And what is fear? False evidence appearing real. And how did they do that? One technique that we talked about a lot now, and they're even saying it concerning Kyrie Irving. Buck breaking is not that. Buck breaking is where those heathen actually had sexual intercourse with the male slave. Yeah, they would go up in their behind the heathens on the plantation. They would have sex with them in front of the wives and family and everything. But the technique that they used to instill incredible fear in the brothers and sisters was the strongest brother amongst them, the one that they looked up for, looked up to, and everything like that. They would beat that brother to almost to death. And they make sure all those 200 slaves was out there, 199 slaves was out there. And then they would tie him between 2 horses, tar and fell him, and pull him apart in front of the slave. What that did, that instilled fear into the slaves to say, don't you dare challenge our authority, because this is what's happened to you. So now you got 199 slaves scared of you. Yes, master. Yes, master. Master, we sick. Master, because they scared. Now, you roll the clock forward and you look at Kyrie Irving. That's the same thing, same technique, but in a different way. The slavery is a business. It's a great business for them. So why would they stop a great business? They don't. You see, Jeff Bezos, he's still selling the material. They taking this brother over the barrel, but Jeff Bezos is still making money. And 200 of them said, hey, stop doing. He's still selling. I just went online. Done took the price up, but he's still selling it. But the brother, they trying to beat him within an inch of his life out here and tear him apart in front of the other stars and black successful people. For fear of what? Losing their materialistic gains they've made, the money, the houses, the cars, the status. That's what it is. That's why you don't never see stars and entertainers jump up and be making no rally against what they doing, because of that fear that they are going to cut them off from their cash. And so, boom, it's just like that. But now the tide, the table, everything is changing with this new knowledge that the brothers and sisters is being introduced to of self, you're going to get to a point where you're going to make a decision. Yeah, yeah. Like, we sit up and we always be talking about what other people doing, why we don't do it. Now you're going to see us changing, and a lot of people going to be moving out of America like they are now. Thousands of brothers and sisters done got on up out of there. And it's all going to change. And you know what? Now the shot going to be fired. Yeah. Woo, it's a beautiful thing when that spirit get to rolling, And, yeah, that's exactly what's taking place. That lion head is coming on up. It done rose up. This fire has started, and the knowledge is moving across the face of the earth at the speed of thought. Never again will this be put back in the box. Pandora's box has been opened. The genie has been let out the bottle. In no way, shape, form, or fashion will it ever be put in the box again, and the bottle will never be sealed. So keep studying, but don't be all up in that Bible talking about honor thy master. I don't know if y'all heard, but you should have heard by now that, a lot of that book was written specifically for the slave to keep their minds in fear of the slave owner. And what is fear? False evidence. False evidence. The evidence that they've been sharing with you is false. What they've been saying is not true. False evidence appearing real. And that's all fear is. You understand? And so a lot of our people have been afraid. Okay, so you get that money and you can deal with that money and have that money within inside of that box. Okay? As long as you stay in that box with your money, you good to go. And so when I say slavery never ended, slavery was a good business. Look at how Shaq and Charles Barkley set up there and called a brother idiot. Do y'all know that I read here 2 days ago that Shaq was caught up in that FTX, that cryptocurrency exchange, and come to find out it was a scam, and he's part of that, being sued for so many billions of dollars. I'm like, what? Oh man, come on, that got to be that can't be true. And then I'm sitting back, I said, and my people, they said, that's karma, because he spoke against Kyrie. See, this is a spiritual undertaking here. This ain't just some black folks talking. All this is spiritually motivated. It's spiritually inclined. When that brother said, I'm going DEFCON 3, that was that match that struck and began to burn, create that fire of desire in our people to know who they are. What them brothers and sisters been saying out there to them Hebrew camp, folks now are stopping and like, oh, hold on. Oh, okay, what was you saying, my brother? Yeah, for real. And this is the identity that, how you be moving around. Our sisters are so beautiful. They say black girl rocks, black girl power and all like this. That's what had been happening. Because we really didn't know who we were. It's like we were searching, and we were searching for something, and we really didn't know what it was we were searching for. That bring us that comfort and security against, like we had a hole in our soul. In the relationship, it affected our relationships, because we got these what they call modern American girl, and all they talking about is this man got to have 6 figures, he got to have a 6-pack, his penis got to be 10 inches long, he got to drive this kind of car and that kind of house, and all that's built upon vain materialism. There was nothing spiritual based about that. You understand? And so now with this, you learning who you are, and it's irrefutable evidence, like the brother put out, Y DNA, E1B1A, and E2B1A, majority, this is who you are. And when you start saying, what? And you part of the tribe of Israel, what? You know how we are. Yo, what's up, blood? What's up, dog? We ain't gonna be calling each other dog, bitches, and hoes no more. Cause you're not gonna be able to call no daughter of Zion of the house of Israel no bitch, no hoe. And you ain't gonna be able to call one of the sons of Yah, the creator, a dog. So when you say king and queen, you will know now exactly you telling the truth. And then when you hear that said to you, it's going to stimulate a spirit of self-pride. And you're going to hold your head high again. And ain't nobody going to be able to get you caught up in those stupid contracts, and at the end of the day, you wind up almost owing them money. No, this is what I need. And if it ain't that, okay, bye. Let's throw. I'm out. And this is the very thing that our enemies never want us to find out, is who is you. You know, we've been saying things all along, you know, but it's like, okay, we said that. But now it's another level of evidence that can say, yes, this is who we are. Woof. Just like, you know, my name. You know, my name, Nubian King, that came by the Spirit. When I was thinking, what should I say? How should I? Nubian King. And then Nubia is actually a real place in Africa. It's a whole tribe, a whole land, whole language, whole culture. And I say Nubian King, you know, because, yeah, I done studied a lot, but, man, I'm excited to get into eating up this information that the brother Ron Dalton done put together. Go to his website, and it ain't nothing but $10. I mean, who ain't got $10? Like $10 a month. And help the brother. And y'all go out there, get on his website. And I got on his website, you know, and I paid for everything over there. Because Amazon, Bezos, from what I'm told, I didn't check, but I'm told he taking like 50%, half everything. So you go to his website. He has a beautiful website, incredible, all kind of information. He's on there talking, and there's a lot of information on there. Y'all go to his website and purchase your membership, and it's like $10 a month. You know, nothing. And you'll hear and see things you haven't heard before. The brothers sitting down, talking in detail about, you know, the subject matter. And it's going to raise your pride again. The problem we having with our children and all this terrible music that they fed, that's causing them to be some knuckleheads. All that's it's got to stop now. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be over there. It's just like the Nation of Islam. Same thing. You know, when I was out there in Atlanta, Georgia, many years ago, and the brother was out there selling them bean pies, and the final call over there at the train station in Atlanta, Georgia, if you walk around 5 Point train station, you're going to get a bean pie, a slice, or a bow whole pie, and the bean pie was so good. And they was never not good. I don't know who was making them bean pie, where they get them from, but every single bean pie from the Nation of Islam was absolutely good. There was never a time that I bought a bean pie and it wasn't good. Exact same. Whoever did that, they figured it out. And I remember one time I was walking down past it, and the brother just slapped the final call in my chest. I was looking the other way, and he just slapped it in my chest, and I looked around. Whoa! Final call, my brother. Go on and get your copy and read and get some education. I'm like, bruh, because he scared me. He done hit me in my chest with the newspaper, man. You know, yeah, I bought it. Yeah, sure did. But, you know, I went over there with him in Atlanta, and they had great order. The brother in the suits and the sisters and they beautiful, you know, culture. And everybody was acting divine. And so, you know, with us understanding, you know, and learning that we are actually members of the 12 tribe of the house of Israel, that's going to clean up a lot of this foolishness that we've been running around here doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that self-pride going to come back. And so, you know, when you begin to learn this, it's going to do it for you. I'm telling you. I started when I was, I came in the truth when I was 17. I'm 61 now. Man, that's been so long. I need a calculator. 61 minus 17 is 44 years. Yeah, man. I've been dealing with this. So you all take the information, study it, take your time, look at it, go to the brother's website, digest it, internalize it, absorb it, and live it. And go on and get your pride up, your head up, and stop this foolishness and see how many other brothers and sisters you can get caught up into this Hebraic understanding. And y'all know how we are. You know, we be running around here. What's up, blood? What's up, dog? What's up, partner? You know, and so you can imagine that back in the day, you know, those 12 sons, those 12 brothers, they had short names for each other. Like, you know, if you tribe of Levite, you know what I'm saying? If you from the tribe of Levi, they call you a Levite. If you from the tribe of Dan, they call you a Danite. What's up, Danite? And you imagine they all there together, you know, and they getting ready to eat or whatever. And so they all sitting around the table chilling or whatnot. And then one by one, the brothers show up. They coming from wherever they was at to have, you know, a meal. And so as they come in, here come that Gadite. He from the tribe of Gad. What up, Gad? What's up, Gadite? Yeah, sit down, man. Let's break bread. And then here come the brother from the tribe of Dan. Oh, Danite. What's up, Danite? What's up? And see, these are brothers. You know, and you know how the brothers are. They get together. They laughing, joking, and kicking it. But what's up? Oh, Levite. What's up, Levi? Here come the Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin. What up, Ben? What's happening with your brother? My man, yeah. And then here come the Judah, big Judah. He comes in from the tribe of Judah, what they call him. What up, Jew? That's my Jew. What up, my Jew? You know what I'm saying? And so when other people claim this, then that's a static right there, you know. And so we are in that house. And this brother, he went down all these different peoples around the world. You know what I'm saying? Break down who they were, who we are. I'm like, just, whew, beautiful. You know, so all y'all from the tribes, different, you know, house, we are learning this now again. And we coming back together. And we going to sit and break bread and have that meal together again as a family. And we're going to know who we are. We're going to know our land, our language, our culture. And then we're going to return back to our land and build it up. And those that have been leeching off of us, sucking our energy and strength for themselves, they're going to dry up. Because once you get the leech off her, ain't nothing, they're going to dry up and die. And not a shot is going to be fired. This is going to be based on all spirit. And so that's how I see what's taking place. You know, it ain't no need to be arguing, going back and forth with nobody. And be careful now, because I'm hearing them from their side jumping up, talking about, yeah, you know, black folks, they really are. You have to be careful now. Because these people, you know what I'm saying, they have created them an incredible world off our backs. In ain't no way, shape, form, or fashion are they interested in letting it go or letting us go, because we have been the blood and the life for their world. Don't get lulled back into sleep, and don't let them tell you, well, we brothers, where we ain't been brothers before. Why all of a sudden right now? You know what I'm saying? I hear them talking. I mean, I hear a whole bunch of folks talking. But why now? Okay, why we wasn't brothers last year? You know what I'm saying? Why we wasn't talking like this last year? Because why? This spiritual door has been opened. And when that brother said, I'm going DEFCON 3, boom, it opened it. And so, this is we're talking about energy now. And this is a metaphysical thing. This is an energy thing. And yet it's nothing that you can hold in your hand, grab it, and put it on the shelf. You understand? That's what's taking place. That's exactly what's taking place. And it's a beautiful time for us as a people. You can rejoice and shout and scream, but you be learning at the same time if you don't know. Get your children and make sure you teach them. Take your time. Them babies need to know. So that when they be talking all that bullshiggity in school about black this, your nose, they can confound their butt with knowledge about who they are. The brother Ron Dalton, he was breaking down the Khazars, where they came from and how they took on this identity and did this and changed this, And so it ain't nothing like being able to shut a heathen down with knowledge and truth. You understand? So, yep, that's my spiritual, observation of the situation. And this is a beautiful time, man. I'm telling you, it's just so much. I am highly motivated, so excited, Information. I'm looking at off the brother's website, H2N TV, the letter H, www.h, the letter H, the number 2, the letter NTV.com. That's HTN, like Hebrews to Negroes TV.com. And I'm looking at the part called The Message. That he was breaking down a lot of stuff. And the Message chronicled the rapidly spreading Hebrew roots awakening that is sweeping the globe. It also contained important information in regards to the biblical destiny and or future of the real children of Israel. As we approach the time in history where we enter into the book of Revelation, see what different people, Gentile and Israelites, have to say in regards to this great Hebrew awakening. Will you be the one that has eyes to see and ears to hear in these last days as the newly awakened tribe of Judah, Negroes, regathers the other 11 tribes of Israel? See, this is what's happening. This is what's happening, man. Beautiful thing, And he got a powerful website. Also, he was explaining that, for those that want the book, you order it from him. He'll ship it anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. So get up on this. Don't be outside. Be inside. The Zulu tribe. The Goonie people. YDNA E1B1A and E2B1A majority. All right, listen. I am thankful that you tune in and listen. All of my beautiful people, I see Golden, Gold, HH, greetings to you. Tally Rubin, he says, wake up and take responsibility not to continue being victim, being lion is what is needed now. He wrote in Hebrew, Yisrael Hashem HaEloheinu. Okay, and then it says, hear Israel, the name of God is one God, one word, one God. And HH saying, teach, man, thank you. I appreciate it. HH said again, let my people go. HH, thank you. And then he said, spot on. Listen, as always, I love you all with a perfect love. And I say these things because I love you. You all heard how I spoke tonight because we know that they don't want this truth to go out. We had to be wise. And nothing I said, you all misunderstood. You understood everything I said. And I appreciate you listening. And I love you with a perfect love. I'll be back a few more days. I let this digest and marinate. It's an hour. And we'll speak again about it. But, they trying to, do this to Kyrie, but they not touching Kanye because he said, I'm not afraid anymore. And although brothers and sisters is not saying anything, they're quiet, because some agree with him but they don't want to say anything because they're afraid that they'll lose their contracts and money and all that kind of material things. But we, as a whole, you know what I'm saying, that's where the power at. Unity in the people is strength in the land. Okay? So let's get our study on. And I love you with a perfect love. Love you from the basement of my heart to the attic of my mind. I love you 24/7. That means I love you all the time. Let's stay strong and be proud to be who we are as a people. Yay, yay. Shalom, shalom from Israel. Thank you.